Welcome back to NBF Radio Check. Today, we are turning up the volume because we have a true legend of the National Veterans Foundation in the studio. For over 17 years, he has been the boots on the ground, the voice on the other end of the line, and the steady hand for thousands of veterans in crisis. He's known for his relentless outreach, his work with the Lifeline for Vets, and a sunny disposition that can light up even the darkest situations. He is living proof that compassion is a verb. It is an absolute honor to have him on the mic today. Please welcome the heart, the soul, and the energy of the NBF, Gerald Hillard. Welcome.
How you doing?
How you feeling today, man?
Better now.
God, we have so much to talk to you about today. I mean, this stuff that we hear about you, I mean, even down to, I believe it was, you were nominated for the president. No, you were picked for the presidential award, correct?
What it was, there was oh, that's right.
Yeah, you were, because they brought a plaque to you, I believe. I was here when that happened, yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was the two ladies that came down and that brought it to us, yeah.
That's right. That was Rhodey and Susie.
That's it. Yes.
The American Legion auxiliary ladies.
It was like we were the only ones here or something, man, and they brought it down.
Right. And I was so surprised when they brought that in the office. I'm like, what y'all doing here? Like, oh, we wanted to give you something. I'm like, what you guys don't give me, because we look out for them too. We give them hygiene kits, or if they need something, because they're seriously veteran advocates.
Okay.
They come out of their own pocket a lot of times.
Oh, wow.
To take care of vets when they're in need. And so when I saw it was like, we had something to give you. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I have hygiene kits for you guys, because I usually pick them up. And the last time they came over and visit us at our warehouse, it was I gave them like about 150 backpacks, and they were full with, essentials. There was actually gloves. There was a beanie cap in there. There was a toothbrush, a flashlight, a towel.
Really?
A face towel. And then one of the hand towels that other side.
Wow, these hygiene kits are actually like next level.
Right. And as a matter of fact, it was one of the community partners who we help each other out from Humanity Heroes. Her name is Amy Simpson.
Really?
So yeah, this is a contact of the foundation. They we've been knowing Amy for quite a few years. But anyway, so these were backpacks that she gave to the foundation for us. We're on outreach. For us to give to veterans. And so anyway, see, Rhodey and Susie came and they just popped up at the office. Like, hey, we have something to give you. And then it just so happens to be a recognition from
that, because that was like a presidential award. Like, that was like legit from, I believe, Joe Biden signed it?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Was it? Yeah. Biden signed it.
I was surprised too. She said, we have been trying to give it to you since like the year before.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, a phone call could have helped,
No, but she did call me. She said, we have something to give you. And she was kind of secretive about it. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm welcome to it. And I didn't know it was an award, but when she brought it in, I was like, wow. And she gave me that pin.
Yeah.
Silver Star. And basically, they wanted to acknowledge me for my, for over 10,000 hours of service to the veteran community.
Wow. 10,000 hours. Jeez.
And I really, I don't, when I looked up, it was 10 years I had been here at the foundation. I was like, wow, I've been here 10 years already? When you start doing the math.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, okay. And so, here I am, 17 going on 18 next month. And I'm like, wow, okay, you want to give me something? And then so when she handed me the award, and I was like, wow, okay. It was kind of like chill. It wasn't like, oh, like a big ceremony or anything. But the fact they came in to deliver it to me, I thought it was like a sign of appreciation, of course, because I've helped them out many times. Like we've done.
We should have had a celebration for that, because that is a serious. I saw the award. I mean, that should have been something.
It's legit.
I mean, we should have had a party for that. That is one we should have had a party for.
No, we don't need to do no party. It's just, it was just thank you for acknowledging me out here, in the community and really trying to help out, wherever I can. And, just me being hired at the National Veterans Foundation is kind of like, it's such a, is a word to describe it, but it is a crisis hotline. And so we take the suicide calls here. And so any veteran in crisis or their family members, we like to help them out or, find resources and things like that. So, but yeah, that award was a surprise, and it came from some reputable people in the community who's been doing it for a long time, and so, yeah, it was definitely an honor. Yeah.
I actually, I got to, I can't remember her name, but I believe she's actually a part of the DGA, Directors Guild, or I forget what the DGA stands for, but yeah, she's actually a part of that.
Okay.
And I remember during the 40th we had, she was wanting to talk to me.
Oh, wow.
Because she actually, she has some hookups on there, but anyway.
Yeah.
Not about me. Anyway, speaking of that, I mean, you've been serving the veteran community for over almost close to 18 years now. Yeah, going on 18.
Yes, February.
And I know your son Cameron, and you come from a family of veterans, actually. Was there a specific moment or family experience that made you decide, this is what I need to do to dedicate my life to? I mean, tell us about that. I mean,
well, no, I don't. It wasn't. I mean, I have veterans in my family or military people in my family, and they served the armed forces, and they were just their family. So I didn't see the armed forces or the military being something that that wanted me to get in this community. It was more or less. It actually happened. My cousin, 82nd Airborne, like we were just talking about family in the military. He told me about the job and was like, hey, you'll be helping veterans out. They're going to be calling and asking for information and you can help them out. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, you're good on the phones. You know how to talk to people. So I want you to come down and apply. They need somebody. And at the time, I didn't have a job. I was working at the Guitar Center, but, I did a few years over there. And anyway, so he was like, well, the National Veterans Foundation, he's like, they take suicide calls there. And I'm like, I was interested in like, wow, you want to commit suicide, you call a hotline for help.
Yeah.
And so when I found out who the National Veterans Foundation is, I was like, okay. I kind of looked him up, I was like, oh, okay. So I came on in for the interview because he set me up an interview. I passed, the interview. And then they have you watch this 20th anniversary video that they show the new hires. And so I sat down in the conference room, just looking around. I looked around the office. You see, all these awards and stuff like that. Pictures of him with like Jesse Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Boo Boo Mancini. You're like, hey, this guy is like...
This is like well-connected.
Right? Yeah, it was a picture of Boo Boo Mancini at the Playboy Mansion. I'm like, wow, they get to go to Playboy? So anyway, I was like, wow, okay. So I'm looking around the conference room, and so the 20th anniversary video was on, and I'm looking around the office, or inside the conference room, just sitting there listening to the video. I was watching it, and I would see Shad doing these groups. They captured a little bit of that where he was sitting around speaking with other combat veterans, and being there for them as there's someone to talk to. And then the fact that he served the military, room full of military guys, but they were discussing combat and how it affected them and the friends they lost. And so I was like, oh wow, and so my eyes wander, of course, because I'm listening and processing all of this, and I'm looking around. I see all these VHS tapes, and stuff. I'm like, wow, this guy's still watching,
which we still have.
Right?
We still have. It's like the Holler records,
right? Archives.
All the archives. Like back at even the we're like one of those libraries. I mean, we almost have that. What do you call it? That film tape or the stuff that the microfilm. We almost have that.
Right. That's kind of like what it is, but it's on the reel.
Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, wow. So this guy's been doing this for a long time. And then by that time, it was already been 20 years in. Shad been wow. So I was like, wow, this guy seems to be cool. I'm just looking around, I see pictures and stuff like that with him with other people and stars and Huey Lewis and the News. Huey Lewis from the that guy. Because I used to listen to music back in the 80s. So I was like, wow, this guy around all these guys and Jesse Jackson and, and I saw that. I was like, wow, this must be a good place, and I came from sales at the Guitar Center. Well, you know, me coming from sales and going into being a crisis counselor, I was like, okay, there's something different, you know. And so, yeah, me watching that 20th anniversary video, and hearing and seeing the things that Shad was doing all those years, it kind of like inspired me to want to, you know, be a part of that community.
Nice.
Right. And so ultimately, moving forward, that's what the reason why it wasn't the family, because my family was already, they were our military already. So it was kind of like, that's my family, you know? So yeah, but me watching that 20th anniversary video was what made me sign on to the foundation.
How many family members have you had in the military?
Oh man, you gonna make me count?
No, never mind. I mean, personally, I mean, you know one, and I got to give a shout out to Cameron out there.
Yeah.
Cameron Hillard.
Yes.
I've met him personally. Great guy.
Yeah.
Love his car.
My firstborn.
Yeah, he's really a nice guy. I mean,
Yeah, that's me. He's me, just years younger.
Years younger.
Yeah, but he off the chain. But yeah, he served him. Yeah, in the Navy.
Nice.
He did his time there, and he got out. He went to Japan and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, Gerald Hillard Jr.
Yeah,
I'm Gerald Hillard Jr. Then there's Gerald Hillard Jr.
like the third or fourth or something.
Well, he's the second Gerald Hillard Jr.
Oh, okay.
The third Gerald Hillard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a little funny. You add Junior or you add G3 or whatever.
G3. Like we're buying a new plane.
Yeah, he's active duty still in Japan.
Nice.
Yes, he's stationed over there. I can't talk about what he do, but yeah, he does some things, and he's still in, and he's happy.
Nice.
And he gave me a grandson over there.
Oh, nice.
So he and one of the natives, they got together, and they made a beautiful baby. And what's crazy, man, is that baby looked like me when I was an infant.
No way.
Yes, I swear, I can't make it up. And so, yeah, so he's still active duty. And then Cameron was discharged. You know, he did his time, honorable discharge. And now he's out. So, yeah, just, you know, my sons, or my oldest boy is a veteran, grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace. My Uncle James, military.
Nice.
My cousin Veronica, military. And my cousin that got me the job here, or got me to interview here at the foundation, also military.
Oh,
Second Airborne.
Nice.
And so that, and then throughout the family, like the family tree, there's been military service from family. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right? And so, but that's not what brought me into the foundation. It's just kind of funny how things worked out, and I ended up getting a job here at the crisis hotline, and I was like, okay, I can do this, you know? And so, yeah.
It's kind of funny. Speaking of like the people that got you the job here, and
right,
your colleagues that are here,
right.
It's actually your colleagues, and the word on the street is you've been described as having a sunny disposition here, or I'm sorry, just say outgoing disposition. Despite dealing with the heavy issues like homelessness and the trauma with the stuff that you see.
Right.
How do you maintain that optimism, and how does it help you when you're connecting with the veteran in crisis? Like how is that? I mean, does it keep having like flashbacks? I mean, or how does that work for you? Because you see all the bad stuff,
right? But
yet you still come in here happy. Like, yeah, I mean, like you're still, I mean, I got to admit, I've been with you I've only went with you once,
right?
I believe, yes, once.
Right.
And I sat in the front seat, and even though I had a camera on me at the time,
right?
I mean, and we were out for, both, outreach, but we were also doing a video.
Right.
The stuff I saw, I mean, it's
humbling.
It's crazy. I never saw so many people that needed help, or so many people that
the homeless.
It was homeless. There was so much drug use, and everybody was, I mean, I don't know what the correct word would be.
Unhoused.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a I don't know what the word is, but they were, I guess, so high. I mean, they were just barely standing there.
Yeah,
like in a zombie-like state.
Yeah, man, it's true. It's and
it's crazy.
Those drugs, when they release those cheap drugs on the street, and these people can get loaded, or indulge in the extra activities, and it puts them in a state where zombie-like. And as you've seen when we were driving around, the people were like nodded out, but they were like standing up or
they were still standing, but they were like bent over, and I mean just
out of it.
Yeah.
It's
like how do you maintain your balance? I couldn't even do that. I would have fell forward. Yeah, I would have just ate the concrete.
Right. You know what? Absolutely right. I mean, it's not a funny issue. I'm just chuckling because when you see them, man, it's kind of you see how serious the issue is,
man,
and some of the problems that are going on. These people, they probably were once someone that was significant in a community wherever they are from. And you see all races out there. You don't just see one particular race,
Yeah, I see. I mean, a lot of them.
Yeah. And so, I think what it is when I'm out and about, I flip a mental switch. Like I'm out here to help the people. It's not about me. And, we know that this problem that's on the streets of all the homelessness, or as they say, unhoused, what is the real issue? What's the true issue? And so I'm able to flip that switch to be more understanding as opposed to judgmental. And so I know I'm out there to do a good thing. So I bring that energy to the streets.
Nice.
But I am able to flip that switch off and on. I've learned how to do that.
That had to take some time on that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I think when I first started, I was on the hotline. And then I started working in resources with Mr. Mike Washington, who started the outreach program here at the National Veterans Foundation. And so I was like, wow, okay, I could get out here. We could do this. We making sure that they have resources, whether it's, the non-perishable items, things that they can they can carry it with them. And when they're ready they need something like, to eat, they can just crack open a protein bar. We was giving out all kind of things, man, for over the years. We just giving out
really
so much. Yeah, man. I mean, if we put a number on it, I mean, we're seriously talking about, several millions of dollars.
Wow.
Worth of items that
that's actually nice considering what you guys were doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. And then you think about that and it's like, I didn't think about it. I just did it. Let's just say that. I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, we're going on outreach. Okay, boom. I know what to do. I know what to bring. And you out there equipped with all the things you need and making sure that, any veterans that we came across, we'll take care of them because we'll have something. They'll show support, and when I started, when they kind of put me in charge of and put me behind the wheel of the van, of going out and making sure we do outreach and kind of document some of the things I've seen. And then, what's crazy, man, in some places, one place in Long Beach in particular, Lincoln Park, we would pull up there and we've gotten not threatened, but they pretty much ran us from over there on that side of town because they
really,
yeah, man, they were talking about they were going to cite us, and so I'm thinking thinking of the foundation as a whole. Like, I don't want to give them a bad name. I won't be out here like causing no issues.
Wait, the people were, or like say the city was?
It was someone from the city was, because where we were set up, what they call that center down there? I'm sorry, the Trade Center.
Yeah,
the World Trade Center. Yeah. So it was one of the trade centers there, and they were up on a higher floor.
Get out of here!
So we were looking down, and they saw us down there. I don't know how the hell they was able to beat the van, but they read the side of the van. The numbers, I guess, was so big on there. But anyway, we had got a call, and then I'm
sorry, I'm only laughing. I mean, I'm not laughing at the thing. It's just, how can you be in that building and like scope out?
Right.
Wait, I mean, I got to be honest, like the third floor from here,
right?
Even in our building, I mean, I ain't reading those things on the side of a van, and I'm telling you right now. But can you?
We kind of pulled up in one of the service entrance. I guess it was like a driveway that went down underneath the trade center.
Really?
Yeah, but it was temporary. It was like a driveway right next to their one of their entrances to their building to go underneath. And so we weren't blocking anybody. We weren't bothering anybody. We just opened up the van like, hey, we out here looking for homeless vets.
That's real. We have some items. We like figure they'd be happy about that.
No, but it being the city, a lot of times they look at it as enabling the veteran to be homeless, or enabling the people to be without a home, because you're out there giving to them, they don't actually have to go and get it and take the initiative to get up and go and, move and go get what they need.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of brought it to them, you know what I mean? And it's Long Beach, we're not restricted to certain areas because we're a national organization.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, we move around. I move around the city a lot. At that time, we had other people with us. But I would move around the city with whatever group that was coming to volunteer, or it could have been a camera crew. Like, there's so many people that come through here that want to document the things we do. And so at that point in time, I was driving that day, and then for the guy to come and tell us, like, they sent a security on a bike, or no, a Segway. Came on one of those Segways and was like, hey,
on a Segway. You only see that on TV.
I know, but it was for real, man. This guy actually came down there. The Segway was like,
no way.
One of the he came like this, told me just like this. One of the higher ups said that y'all need to go. And I was like, okay, we just out here feeding. We looking for homeless vets. Well,
Yeah.
I tell them what I tell them. And then he was like, well, I understand that, because it's all in your approach, how you talk to people, especially they were in a position of authority at that time, being security. I was like, well, we're just out here feeding. We're looking for homeless vets. And, we're a crisis hotline for veterans, because I always tell them who we are first.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't have nothing against the VA, but I didn't want them to think we were the VA out there, obviously, because you could read the van. But I was like, we're just out here looking for homeless vets. We're trying to get them in the program so they don't have to be out here on the streets and stuff like that. And so he was like, well, y'all got to move. Y'all can't be here. He said it just like that. Y'all got to move. Y'all can't be here. And I was like, all right. So I told the crew, I was like, hey, we got to pack it up. Let's go. Because before the guy came down, I was actually standing across the street while the volunteers at the time were serving the people. I stood across the street to document. I had like a little video footage. And so it's funny, like one of the outreach videos I shot and I edited and stuff, I put it up online. In that video, I edited in the part right when one of the guys that were there to get the services we had, he looked over at me and gave me the thumbs up saying, thank you. And I actually was able to capture him leaving the van and saying thank you at the same time, because he knew that I was part of the crew. I had my shirt on and everything, of course, but I was across the street trying to get the footage, because everything was in-house. We just documented what we do, kind of put together a video to show how this community is, and so it was crazy. And we were told to get out of there. And after I saw that guy do the thumbs up like that, and then right there, I ended up stopping the video because I saw security coming over. And so the security came over, and I walked over and I talked to him, and then that's when he told me, y'all got to go. And I was like, okay. And so I told the crew, let's pack up or whatever. And, because it was a line of people that came up to the van, because Lincoln Park is where a lot of homeless would go hang out.
Yeah.
And so that was just one of the locations on my route that I would take, depending on what city we're going to go to on that particular day. But we chose Long Beach, and we pulled up, and we were there, and then they was like, y'all got to go. So we packed up.
That's crazy, because you would figure they'd be happy that, you're there to try to help out.
No, they were threatening to cite us. And I was like, nah, we can't afford that. I'm not accepting no ticket. Me out here trying to help unhoused people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We out on the streets. You just never know. There's no 2 days. No 2 days have been the same since I've been here almost 18 years, bro.
I believe it.
Yes, sir.
I believe it, man. I mean, the stuff I've seen, that's insane, man. I mean, but to threaten to be cited, and all you're trying to do is good. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's oh my God.
I was Long Beach City though. You know what I mean? So us being in Los Angeles, to me this is all LA. But they divide the lines, like that. So for whatever reason, you got one person in charge of this district and that district. And by us being nationwide, we don't have no district. Like the United States is our district. How about that?
Dang.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, I'm like impressed. I'm like, wow. Speaking of,
I didn't mean to put Long Beach out there like that.
You've been doing this a long time. You're basically the face for NVF. I mean, for the National Veterans Foundation,
Well, Shad is the face.
True, but everyone knows you. They see you. Speaking of, I mean, you are known for doing the outreach directly on the streets of Los Angeles. Is there, do you have a particular success story or? anything that, you'd want to talk about?
Well, there's so many stories. It's hard to say what a success story could be.
I was just, because you've been known like everywhere around here.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you figure a success story. There's so many things that we've done that don't get talked about. Before, like in my years working here, we've had to go and pick up like 3 veterans. I believe it was like 3 vets that we picked up from like Santa Barbara County.
Really?
Yeah, they were released to us from jail. And basically, the public defender reached out to us. It was like, hey, we got a veteran who was incarcerated. This one particular guy, he discharged firearm at some people because the road rage. They were,
wow,
something similar to that story I was telling you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, go, and they're like, F you, and they jump out, but these guys had guns, and they started shooting at him, so he shot back. And he waited for the police after they left. And so they took him in because he discharged his firearm. But anyway, he ended up going to jail, and they were trying to hold him. And the public defender was like, we need to help this vet. And then she called us, and we drove up there, hopped in our van. It was me and at the time it was Eric Skinner. He was one of the other counselors here. And we hopped in the van and drove up there and got him. We brought him on back down. We took him to the VA right here in West LA, and got him in, and he was released from jail. That's one of them.
Wow.
That's one of them. Yeah.
That's crazy. That, you try to protect yourself, and that's what happens.
Well, I think the thing is that he had been pressed by these people. He felt in danger because they jumped out the truck on him. I think it was 3 people. He said it was 2 guys and a girl. They start shouting at him. So, him to protect himself, he brought out the firearm and discharged it. Like, you're not going to just come jump me like that.
Yeah.
So, he's trained for combat. We talking about combat vets here, and you put them in a situation where they feel threatened, and they were trained to defend.
That's crazy.
Right?
So, speaking of that, you've done specific outreach work with incarcerated veterans.
Yes.
That's a population that all of us tend to forget,
right?
Basically.
Absolutely.
What are the unique challenges they face when they're released, and how does the NVF help them,
right,
get back into the community?
Right.
It's like, how does that work here?
Well, usually what happens is someone, like in that case, was a public defender, but speaking on this, a lot of times we get people refer them to us. First, they'll call on behalf of the veteran as a friend or family member, and they'll say, hey, I got a veteran that's in trouble, or, in this case, this particular veteran, he was already incarcerated, and they released him to us. And so it's a challenge, man, because when you think about how the system is set up, there's right and wrong. We know that.
Yeah.
But then there's that gray area. And at times, veterans, combat vets fall in that gray area because it's like, okay, they're not doing this or behaving this way because they're troublemakers. It's because they're going through some kind of trauma. So they're acting it out.
Yes. Yes.
And so, us being the foundation, like when they call us, we're ready to help them. We're ready to get in the van or the vehicle, whatever vehicle is available at the time, and go to their aid, wherever they are, as long as we can get to them, And so, yeah, when they get, usually those veterans get referred to us. And so when Shad saw that, him being one of the gurus who went to the prisons to do outreach, and talk to vets that are incarcerated, it's just showing the support that, hey, even though you're in here, you're not forgotten about.
Yeah.
And so we I wouldn't say Rolodex, but we go into our contacts and see who can we get a hold of that can help us put this veteran in a better state of mind, or even a better position, whether they get released from prison or when they get out of prison. We call some people like a U.S. vets. We have some contacts there where we can get them a bed right away when they come out of prison. There's also another group that I work with. Just met this young lady. Her name is Stephanie Taylor, and she's with the Veterans Social Services. And with her, their organization they have over there is great too, because when the veterans get out of the pen, or the penitentiary as they call it, I mean, that's not funny, but I mean, I'm just trying to be politically correct here. But when they get out, they can actually go into that program over there, and they'll have a place to live, and it'll help them get on their feet, and in pursuit of permanent housing. So when a veteran gets out, they don't really have to be on the streets, because there's programs available for them, and we help them navigate that. So we can help them. Look, let's find this guy emergency housing right now, get him a bed.
Nice.
So yeah, sleep on the street.
Yes.
And then from that, we start working from that point. So we deal with U.S. vets in Inglewood and Cabrillo, which is in Long Beach. And Veteran Social Services have that bridge program, or, if we need a real super emergency, there's like Salvation Army, they have the Bell Shelter. They actually have beds over there allocated for veterans, so they don't have to be on the streets. Like, I called my guy over there, Andrew Watson, and he was like, yep, just send them. Or if we need to, we go
send it.
Send them.
Send it.
Yeah.
Bring them on down.
Right. Bring them on down. That's right. And no questions asked. They don't ask any questions. Like, hey, it's a veteran. All we got to do is just say it's a veteran that needs a bed right now.
Before you're done saying that, he's like, bring him.
Bring him.
That's nice.
Well, he said, bring him. This is what Andrew says. Bring him. We'll take care of him. I said,
nice.
Because, I think he's from Alabama. And so he said, we'll take care of him. So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to cut you short. I mean, all the stuff you got are interesting. We're kind of running out of time here. So
sorry about that.
No. You have so much interesting stuff going on. I mean, we got to have you back for a part 2. I mean, we just got to, because I know all the listeners out there, this is interesting because they all want to know about Gerald. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the people I've talked to since I've known you for, I believe, a little over a year now.
It was a few hours.
Yeah, at least. Yes, definitely.
Right.
But I mean, I've known you for a decent amount of time now, every day, and there's not a time that goes by that somebody says, "Oh man, Gerald this, Gerald that." I mean, all good. I mean, you're known. I mean, I'm kind of jealous.
Don't be jealous.
I am jealous because it's like you are the face of the NVF, and
I think more people representative, not the face.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, I don't know. People, because when they hear the MVF, it's Gerald.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. When I came here, I'm the type of person that do the 110%.
Yes, you do. Yes, I've seen it.
And so I don't, when you say you do all the work, I just do it, and
there's not a time I come here that I see you like, I mean, it's 7, 8 o'clock at night and you're touching up like painting here, trying to make it look good, or you're repotting a plant, or somebody stuck on an elevator, and here you go putting on that NVF cape, and away Super Gerald goes, man. I mean, there's not a time in here that I have not seen you. I mean, I'm actually commending you. I mean, thank you for like all your service and stuff. But
to my cape,
yeah, you put on that MVF cape, man, and off you go. Just curious, what is the next big goal you think you have for the National Veterans Foundation? Is there like a new program or area of focus that you're particularly excited about or want to do?
Really, I feel like whatever or however I can help the foundation be better, that's just kind of like a mission for me. And so, yes, there was a beginning, me getting hired here, but I don't see no end to it, because the veterans that are going through all the trauma, it's still ongoing. It hasn't gotten better. Now that we have more technology involved, they're even more hidden.
Oh yeah,
and it's harder to find them on the streets sometimes, because when they do the sweeps, if there's some special event going on in the city. The last time was like the Long Beach Grand Prix,
mm-hmm.
and we went out, did some outreach, and to come to find out, like, I go behind certain buildings and underneath freeway underpasses, and the people that we would serve before aren't there anymore. There's a new crowd of people, and they move a little further away, like kind of like even more hidden than before.
Oh, I don't know.
Because there's times you got to hop gates to go when you're doing the freeways, going along the freeways, especially during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, during COVID, we were the organization that was working during COVID. Those other guys, who the other guys are.
Yeah. We're not going to mention any names.
No.
You know who you are out there listening to us.
But those other guys didn't go to work. They work remotely.
Wow.
I was like, damn, how you do that? How you going to serve a veteran and you're not even
out there?
Person?
Right. I mean, what's a phone call going to do?
Right.
Like, is this like a hi and bye? I mean, really?
I don't know, man. I can't explain their methods, but
this ain't like the Jetsons where, you push a button and something pops up over by you. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, they appeared, right?
Yeah, they just appeared.
Yeah. And so, but no, during COVID, man, we actually we're out on the streets. During that time, we had masks on, of course, and gloves. We were trying to be in compliant with, with what was going on during that time. National Guards were on the street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, covering, on security.
Yeah.
And doing,
I remember that.
Some of the like Beverly Hills over that area, but Westwood and Melrose and stuff.
Of course, over there. Yeah.
Melrose. Yeah. So that's what we were. And we happened to, as a matter of fact, at the same time, Black Lives Matter was going on. So it was like all this chaos going on during that time with people getting sick and passing away, and all that other stuff. We were still out there on the streets, and we had these survivor boxes that we put together where we had like tuna in there, like just basically all non-perishable items. Nothing had to be refrigerated. And basically, it was boxes we made for veterans that were still out there on the street, because we knew during that time there was no services really. It was all phone.
There was like nothing
on the phone, right? So we still went out there. We still was doing our thing. We were able to document some of it. We actually had a film crew that came out with us. And we still serve those veterans that were by West LA VA. They call it Veterans Row, I think. They gave it a name. I'm like, damn, you don't give a name to an area where veterans are unhoused. Like, why are you? Almost like they were glorified.
Yeah, like it was yeah.
Anyway, they were just right outside those walls where they supposed to get those services. And so we went and did whatever we could, but these boxes had, they were full with stuff like noodles and, cans. It wasn't cans of tuna. We bought the kind of the packaged tuna that you could just rip the package open. You can some nourishments, you know what I mean? And I mean, it was just everything they could possibly need, and it was enough for a couple of days. So when we put those boxes together, we were thinking like, oh, what can we put in this box so that it'll hold them over for a couple of days, you know what I mean? Until the next time, But yeah, we did that during that time, and it was just, so when you say what's the next program, it's like
it's kind of hard to say. I mean,
yeah,
but you gotta see it as the other ones were like kind of doing it remotely, as we're gonna say. Again, we're not gonna mention any names out there.
Right.
I don't want to say, but yeah, but you gotta say. I mean, the NBF was out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they put you and you put on the cape once again,
the mask,
the mask and the cape this time, and you were out there, like you were out there physically.
Yeah.
Trying to make a difference in this world when everyone else wasn't.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to look at it like that,
it's the truth. I mean, it's where were they compared to where you were? I mean, they were, on a phone trying to, like, can I help you in any way? Here, I'll hook you up with something, but we're on the phone. But
press 7 or press
7.
911 if you have an emergency. It was stuff like that. But I think what it was, we're not as big. I mean, even though we're national, but those organizations that are supposed to help veterans, a lot of them get millions of dollars.
That's true.
They get millions. I mean, we're talking like millions of dollars. There shouldn't be any homeless vets for sure.
There shouldn't be.
Or unhoused, as they say.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any unhoused veterans. and their family members shouldn't have to run around looking for help or looking for assistance, and with us, they're able to call our hotline number nationwide and get local resources.
Exactly.
Right. And so locally, we're out here taking care of what we need to take care of.
Exactly.
And then on the phones nationwide, we're doing the same, and so.
I do believe Shad had what does Shad say? We are the biggest not known, known but not known entity out there for helping veterans. I forget exactly what he says, but it's the truth. And yet we're the only ones trying to do what's right.
Well, yeah, I mean.
And we do have peer-to-peer
right
phone conversations with people who call here. So
they're all the veterans.
You're not getting a machine.
Right. You can actually call the 888 number and get a live person on the phone.
Yes, definitely. Well, Gerald, this has been exciting for us. I mean, I got to tell you, I was thrilled to have you here. Is there any closing remarks that you'd like to have, please?
I think more or less, I would hate to ask for too much. I don't usually ask for anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, he really doesn't. He's actually the one doing more of the giving than it is for the other way around.
That's funny. I just think the people need to listen when the subject of suicide is brought up, and try to understand the experiences that veterans have gone through. They serve the military, they sign up to protect the nation, and to be one of the it's a community, it's a community effort. And I just think that people need to listen more, because a lot of people don't listen. They hear words that are being spoken, but they just really need to listen and try to understand what veterans have gone through, and be more understanding and be supportive whichever way they can.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Thank you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reality of Boots on the Ground service. A very, very huge thank you to Gerald Hillard for sharing his time, his stories, and his relentless optimism with us today. Please, if you are a veteran listening to this, or if you love one and you know one, and you're feeling like you're out of options, remember Gerald's words. You're never alone in this fight. The National Veterans Foundation is standing right now with a fellow team member to take your calls. Please call us. That number is 888-777-4443. Say it, Gerald. What is this number?
888-777-4443.
That's right. Once again, 888-777. Exactly. 4443. Put it in your phone. Share it with a buddy. Just as long as you have it. It's not just a hotline. It's a lifeline.
NVF.org.
That's right. If you guys want to check us out, please. Or if you need help, please go to nvf.org. That is nvf.org. Once again, nvf.org. Say it, Gerald.
nvf.org.
That's it.
VeteransFoundation.org.
That is it. For NVF Radio Check, I am Michael Alcorn. Stay safe out there. Check on your battle buddies. And we'll see you next on the next one. I'm out.